check this place out. It's so sweet. What's up, y'all? It's Ron98 coming to you, and in this episode, I wanted to sit down with my oldest boy, Jonah, and have him tell you his story and what clicked. So, Jonah, thanks for coming on, talking to everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Yep, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, basically, my name is Jonah Maris. I'm 18 years old. I was born here in Southern Oregon, birthed from my mom. This guy inseminated her. And basically, I came out 9 months later like a baby.
Boom.
Yep, that's where I came from. Basically, I lived my life, I would say, pretty cultured. My mom and my dad, they made sure to educate me on, health, especially through food. Just being a conscious young individual and being compassionate and just a loving guy. They just raised me to be the person that I am, and I love that. Basically, how I found veganism...
But of course, we did what we could.
Yeah.
We did what we could, but you yourself are the person that is awesome. Because, there's parents out there that are going to really try to, culture their kids or, train their kids in a certain way. But
the kid does what the kid wants to do.
So you turned out how you turned out, and you are an amazing individual. I'm glad that you're my son. All right, so anyways, back to it.
So my parents had a big role in it, obviously. They kind of started the little spark in how I consumed information, and they gave me that filter that I filtered my information through, I guess. They told me how to be a conscious consumer of information, if you will. And then throughout my life, obviously the experiences taught me what they had to teach me, and throughout life I just learned what I had to learn. I'm obviously 18 now, so I have a little bit of wisdom. I started being vegan when I was 16, almost 17. Obviously, my brother was the first person I knew to go vegan. He was 12, I think, right?
I think he was, right about
12 or 11, something like that. He's a beautiful person. He has shown me a lot about life, even though he's 2 years younger than me, 2 years and 2 months. But, so he went vegan, and I tried it out for a little bit with my brother and my dad, and I was like, yeah, this is okay. I wasn't fueling myself properly, though. I remember just eating quinoa and black beans and just not enough protein, not enough fiber. I didn't really know much about nutrients or what I needed in my diet. I didn't know what to be eating. I was just eating things that I thought healthy people ate, I guess, with no meat or animal products.
Yeah.
So I lasted about a week, and I caved finally and had a burrito with my mom at this local burrito restaurant we had in Rogue River. But yeah, I didn't really feel too good about it. Obviously, I made up a bunch of lies and excuses just saying, any good experience I've ever had is always accompanied by a good old steak.
Right.
And I was just an immature young little brat, and I was just kind of mad at authority, and I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't care about animals dying, and I was just like, whatever. Watching those films didn't affect me because I had a hard skin on, and I was like, I'm stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just a part of being the hard-headed Capricorn that I am.
Oh, right. But it's easy for us to get stuck and protect our old ways, our traditions.
Yeah, we don't want everything that we've believed our entire life to be broken down. We don't want to start fresh. We've already lived our life according to those rules, and people are so scared to just start anew. Yeah. It needs to happen.
Yeah.
You need reflection.
Cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Just,
Totally.
Yeah.
But anyway, the story goes on. I met a few other vegans later in life. Obviously, my dad went vegan. My grandma was vegan. I knew that it was a good thing to be doing. I knew that veganism was the right way, deep inside me. And I ended up watching this movie called Okja a little later on, probably my sophomore year. I was 16. It's basically about this fictional pig. It's like a wonder pig, and it's really good graphics. It's not a cartoon or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's about this pig and this girl who raises the pig in Thailand, and there were 8 of these wonder pigs all around the world, and then they started mass producing them because they had really good meat and they're super tender and amazing and stuff like that, whatever.
Right.
And so they started mass producing them, and the 8 that they sent out were just test pigs. But at the beginning, like, you grow a relationship with the pig, and like you're like, this is a beautiful animal. Like, this cannot be mass murdered. This cannot be like raped and you know, just made just for meat. Like, they're just meat slaves, and it was just so sad. Like, I remember, like, I cried multiple times throughout the movie because Okja, you grow such a relationship with him, and it really it relates a lot back to actual factory farming in the real world, not with wonder pigs, but with cows that actually have feelings. Like, I started to think that cows and pigs and chickens are no different from Okja. They still have, you know, they're still sentient beings, right? Like, they still have logic, they still have souls, they all have pineal glands, and I don't know, it just kind of got me started on, like, never wanting to eat meat ever again. So I went vegetarian, and my girlfriend was also vegan at the time. She was vegan, so I went vegetarian for a while. I lasted about a month being vegetarian, and then I was like, you know what? This is silly. Why do I even eat cheese and milk? Like, it's ridiculous. I know that it doesn't have any benefit for me. All it has is cholesterol. Just, there's no reason to be eating it. So I just went vegan, and ever since that point, I've never gone back. Like, I've never even wanted to eat meat or milk, just because I had so much motivation from watching that movie. Obviously, I watched things like Dominion afterwards, just to really amplify it. But every time I watch any documentary about animal cruelty or anything like that, it just saddens me so much, and just reinforces how much I want to be vegan, how much I want to stay vegan. So that was basically my motivation, just the animals at first, and then I started getting really into nutrition because my friend Sid, he started talking to me about, like, our different amounts of calories that we eat every day, what like nutrition facts like fiber or like vitamins and things that we need to be getting, and especially being vegan, like, he was talking about complete proteins and complex carbohydrates, and like I just kind of started to build a diet for myself, like eating complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes or brown rice, and having a perfect complete protein like lentils with a vegetable. Like, that was like the thing that that
was your staple.
Yeah, that was my staple. And then I just kind of started to build off that. Obviously, I had raw vegans in my life like you guys, and I just realized that, you know, like, raw whole foods are the way to go. Obviously, I'm not raw, but I still believe that raw whole foods are the way to go. But cooked whole foods, I think are fine too.
Sure.
But that's honestly just another lie that I tell myself, because I know the raw vegan diet's the most.
But, you know, I mean, we can understand why those foods came into existence. They served a purpose for our survival. You know, they lay dormant so we could store them through the winter time. You know, there's a lot of pros to lentils and pinto beans and black beans.
Totally. A lot of long-lasting energy.
Yeah, right.
But they do kind of weigh you
down. Grains, yes, totally weigh you down.
Like fruit, whenever I eat just a full day of fruit, it's just so fast, like just so much energy immediately.
Right.
Obviously, I have to refuel when I need it.
Sure.
But it's obviously the best.
Yeah,
fuel.
it burns
like,
quicker.
You can feel.
It burns hotter.
Yeah, it's like nitrous for a car. But when like lentils are like regular gas.
Yeah. Right.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like slower burn.
Yeah.
Like an oil. Burns real slow. As opposed to something that's just mass combustion. Boom.
Yeah, when you put fruit in the machine, it's like
just
going at it.
So that's good stuff. Now, environmental too, you know.
Environmental definitely came along with it. Like, those kind of went hand in hand. Just environmental and caring for the animals.
Yeah.
Like, with the impact that we have on the animals, and when we're contributing to the mass murder of billions of animals, that's not only killing, which is terrible, but also making greenhouse gases from the cow's poop, right?
Yep.
And just, it definitely has an impact on the environment. And I know we're in a big I guess crisis right now, environmental crisis, sustainability crisis. Like, we're producing too much meat. We don't need that. It's bad for ours. It's bad for us. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for the animals.
Yeah.
It's triple bad.
Right.
It does nothing good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why do we need to do that?
It just makes certain people a lot of money.
It does.
And it destroys a lot of things. So
yeah,
I mean, it seems like there's a destructive force kind of like just trying to infiltrate in different ways.
I guess it needs to keep the balance.
But yeah, it's really interesting because, like you said, you know, we're in this crisis stage, and so I feel like at this point in time there's kind of a an awakening, if you will, right? This information, just like we're sharing this video.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we're sitting here by this beautiful pond watching ducks just kind of kick it, and very possibly hundreds of people will see this. So therefore, that's like a lot of, you know, I mean, we're all sharing different parts of our souls and ourselves with one another, so it's helping this like awakening process.
Yeah.
Where we're like, whoa, really, that actually does make sense, you know? And that's kind of why I wanted to sit here with you. Like, I definitely would like to get another interview with you and your brother.
Yeah.
Because I think you guys have like an impactful story. And there's a lot of kids out there that are maybe not vegan, or they're toying with the notion, or they know somebody who is, and they're thinking like, why should I? And it's not like it's the cool thing to do, or it's like a new trend or whatever.
No.
It's just literally like we have to evolve. And just like, you know, we're finding out, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do it this way. Maybe we should actually, like in Canada, they charge a nickel per grocery bag.
Yeah.
You know, and they're actually doing away with all single-use plastic up there. You know, so it's those kind of things that play into effect through the evolutionary, you know, part of time, I guess, or, you know, time's evolution.
Like, people always say that we're the smartest animals on the world, and if we're the smartest animals, then why are we eating meat? Why are we eating
Why
cheese?
are we messing it up? But there is an addiction.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. You can't take for granted that people are addicted.
Yeah, like, I mean, when you cut out meat, it was hard.
At first, yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, wait, no, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then to cut out dairy, I mean, once you make a connection inside and you actually have like a heart-opening connection.
Yeah, like a full motivation.
Then I feel like it's really simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hard thing to do because you're just like, this is how it should be done.
Yeah, you overcome the addiction.
Yeah.
Honestly, my second time going vegan, I didn't really have like withdrawals or anything like that. I didn't feel that addicted. I felt like I was pretty disconnected from that part of myself enough to where I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
So any plans going back to eating animals?
No.
Yeah.
At least right now, I don't have any plans to do that. Never. And if my future self has plans to do that, then you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because some people end up having health issues of some sort because they're not eating well-rounded whole plant foods.
Well, that, and also they don't know their dietary needs.
Yes.
If they go to a nutritionalist or they get their stool tested or something by a doctor saying, you need to eat this amount of protein, you need to eat this amount of fiber, you need to have these vitamins in your life, you're lacking this, you're lacking that. People need to know that. Like, I'm not saying that you need to go to a nutritionalist or anything like that, but I think if you understand how you feel when you eat a piece of fruit, and you understand how you feel when you eat different things, like, you know yourself pretty well.
Yeah.
So if you can like analyze how you're feeling in a day and look at what you've eaten throughout the week, then you can make little changes and adjustments to finally get the perfect diet. It doesn't take that long. You could probably find your perfect amount of things within a year.
Yeah.
I would say, like,
Totally.
I'm still looking for mine.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's probably pretty raw food. Like, I need to just eat a lot more raw food.
More raw foods. Yeah, maybe have like your, you know, I mean, maybe a cooked dinner or something, you know, like there's the raw till 4 concept. And that's where you eat just raw foods, you know, for breakfast, lunch, your snacks, but then dinner you have a cooked meal.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And especially being like a runner, like, you know, I've got some friends that are runners and they actually will incorporate cooked foods when they're training for a race because they just need some more dense calories, you know?
Yeah.
Slower burning calories.
Totally, like more protein dense calories. Yeah, I get that.
But of course they're all plant foods.
Yeah.
So now, how about...
Wait, I was going to have something to say.
Okay.
A lot of people, they say that they don't feel good being vegan, and usually that's because, honestly, I think it's just because of protein. Or either that or they're not eating enough. But if they're like
they're not getting enough protein?
If they're like, I feel like defueled or like I feel just like my muscles don't have anything in them, it's either they need to eat more carbohydrates, more food in general, or more protein, from my understanding.
Yeah. And so, and from my understanding would be right along the same lines, but I feel like the protein thing, like we'll probably be getting enough protein as long as we're eating, you know, a balanced, abundantly and balanced of whole foods. Like, we're going to get enough protein.
That's
but
true.
Not eating enough is huge.
Yeah,
and
like if you're just eating rice every day, rice and broccoli, like that's not going to be that much protein, obviously.
Well, that and calories. Like, you need to have a good amount of calories depending on say your age, if you're a young individual that's a skater,
if you live an active lifestyle and you're burning a lot of calories, then
you're going to need them. But if you're older and you barely get outside, and when you do, you're riding a little scooter, you're not probably going to be eating the same amount of calories as that younger individual who's skating. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the under eating as well as the carb aspect, because our bodies run on carbohydrates. They run on carbohydrates.
Well, not completely though. Our muscles, that's like the fuel that they burn quickest, right? Like they burn that immediately.
Yeah.
But then they go into your glycogen stores, right?
Yep.
And then they start running off of, is it just glycogen? And
well, that's where you'd get your best, cleanest fuel is going to be from carbohydrates.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what's replacing that glycogen. Certain like dates and bananas and certain foods are going to replace the glycogen even faster.
Right.
But the body is wanting to burn sugar. It's wanting to burn clean sugar. Fruit sugar is the primary, source that if your body could speak just like how you say you feel when you eat fruit, your body would pick the sugar because it's the cleanest burning fuel. There's very little,
glucose, right?
Yeah, right, fructose,
yeah,
and
glucose.
There's very little, metabolic waste left behind, so it's just really efficient.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, when people do try with different, they're tapping into different diets that they're not following along with eating enough, and they're really under-carbed. When you're under-carbed and you're starving yourself of carbs, like say if you go keto, right? Have you heard of keto?
Yeah.
So ketogenic, where you're bringing your body into this starvation mode, like basically cutting off all fuel source, and you're trying to run off of fats, animal fats, and
you have to convert your body to keto to run off of just fat,
which isn't a sustainable way to live.
Obviously not, because when they quit, they go right back to their normal body weight.
I mean,
body weight that they started at.
It's pretty fascinating because of what the body actually can do and how fast it can actually work.
Oh, totally.
It's
amazing because the body is just an awesome machine.
But so, I mean,
not.
like you're saying, to find that balance is huge. To find your fallback. So now,
totally.
Lead us through a day. What's a day in the life of Jonah look like as far as eating?
I would say granola supreme is about what the day looks like. For the younger crowd out there, you guys will know what that means.
Granola supreme.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I wake up, and depending on how I feel, I'll either have a smoothie bowl with that's like maybe if I'm like feeling hungrier than just a regular smoothie, because I know the smoothie will burn off really quick. And now in the smoothie, I usually just put bananas, always bananas, never not bananas, always bananas, blueberries if I'm feeling it.
And these are
strawberries,
all frozen.
Yeah, all frozen. Strawberries, cherries, pineapple, and banana. I say are the necessities because they make it just.
Oh, so good.
The bananas make it creamy, and the pineapple makes it. It just gives it the extra oomph.
Yeah.
And
gotcha.
and then I'll either put like a little bit of almond milk and then the rest water, or a little bit of this like mega antioxidant stuff. It's like a juice, and then water. And then I usually put chia seeds, hemp seeds, and flax seeds in the smoothie too, just to give me my omega-3s.
Now the actual seeds, or you grind your flaxseed up?
I grind the flaxseed in a coffee grinder.
Fresh right then.
Yeah. And then the chia seeds I put in after the smoothie's done, because if they get chopped up in the blade if I put them in during the smoothie, and I just want them whole.
So you pulse them in. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I pulse them in the Vitamix, and then I'll put hemp seeds in with the flax meal, because I don't care if the hemp seeds get ground up.
Yeah.
And then usually I'll put oats in my smoothie, because I'm a little fucker and I like to put, sorry for cussing, but
It's all good.
yeah, just because, I don't know, I feel like it gives me some extra sustenance.
Yeah.
When really I know I shouldn't mix oats with fruits, but
Right. But you feel okay on it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some people are, not to cut you off, are like real sensitive, and they might feel something like that. But if you're not feeling it, I mean, there's a lot of people who swear by oats, man.
I mean, I feel like oats are a pretty good source of protein, or not protein, but I think they do have some protein. I just feel like it makes the smoothie, just gives it more sustenance.
Yeah.
Which it's probably a cop out, but I just feel better with oats in my smoothies.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll put some blue-green algae, spirulina, or something like that. Maybe some hemp protein.
It's a pretty bomb smoothie, man.
Oh yeah, it's so fire. And then if I'm making it into a smoothie bowl, I'll save all the seeds and the flax meal and stuff until I put it in the bowl. Then I'll put it in the bowl, sprinkle hemp, flax, and chia seeds on it, some granola, and then usually fresh fruit from my grandma's blueberry plants.
Jonah
and
bowls.
Jonah bowls, yeah. Make them Jonah-fied.
We're gonna have to get some Jonah bowls.
Oh yeah, they're usually blue,
Yeah.
sometimes pink, sometimes green. If the spinach and the spirulina make it extra green, you don't know. You never know.
So you got this. That's like raging breakfast.
Oh yeah.
So then what else you got?
Then, right now during the summer, I'm working at a moving company, so I'm eating a lot of fuel throughout the day. So I pack my lunch. Usually I'll have whatever I made the night before. Like today, I had some sweet potatoes with some black beans and hemp seeds, and then so I had that for lunch. And then alongside, like snacks throughout the day, I ate a Kind bar, a Kashi almond butter oatmeal bar.
Okay.
And then 2 peaches and some trail mix. And the person I was working for gave me a big bag of Brazil nuts, so I had some Brazil nuts.
Gotcha. Get your selenium in.
Yeah, selenium. And then let's see. After that, I went to the co-op because I'm in Ashland, and I had a brown rice chocolate crispy bar because they're so good. They're literally the best vegan snack I've ever had.
The co-op has epic vegan stuff.
And they do them by weight too, so they're always weird prices. Like today it was like $3.33, so I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then when I get home, I'll probably honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to eat when I get home. But on a day-to-day basis, I would say usually something. Well, last night I had a smoothie bowl because I had
for dinner.
Yeah, I had smoothie bowls. I had a smoothie bowl for breakfast, lunch, and dinner just because I just like them. They're really good.
But so you eat the smoothies, sometimes a sandwich.
Yep. So yeah, sometimes I'll make like a tofurkey sandwich with like all the veggies, like lettuce, tomato, sprouts, a little bit of flaxseed, nutritional yeast, mustard, sriracha, hummus maybe.
Yeah.
Just all the good stuff.
Fatty sandwich.
Oh, always fat.
And then
I used to work at Subway, so I'm a natural sandwich artist. You know? Yeah.
And then dinners, you'll hook up and cook up, like some rice and bean mixture.
Yeah. It's just depending on how I feel. Like
burritos.
Tonight, I don't really feel that hungry, and it's 7:43.
Right.
So I don't even know if I will have dinner.
Yeah.
But water is good enough because I had a lot of fuel today.
That's good.
Yep. And I realize that my stomach is full, so I probably ate enough calories for the day.
Yeah.
Unless I'm feeling hungry when I get home. And if I'm feeling hungry, then it'll be late because we're watching a play, so I probably won't make something for dinner. I'll just probably make like a bagel.
Hey,
I'm just being honest.
perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I'll just toast a bagel and put
Exactly.
some smart balance on it.
I mean,
But that's only if
not
I'm
everybody is vegan, and not everybody's raw vegan.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is the more that we can be conscientious about what we're putting into our system, whether it being, plant-based or raw, mostly raw. Like, we gotta just cut out the animal products.
Oh yeah,
Like the animal products.
it'll make it a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, we can totally go on and on about animal products and hunting and fishing and these whole concepts.
Yeah.
Trying to still embody what it means to be able to go out and get your own, which is is a good thing to embody. But
Like, I respect it. And if you're gonna get food from the environment, like going out and finding a vegan diet in the environment is going to be a hard thing to do. You're going to be needing to get some fuel from tree bark, probably.
Yeah, you're relearning. You're relearning. I mean, to get a vegan diet, in our natural area, being more south, moving. We're not moving. Where we stay in these cold climates when, realistically, there's so many places that grow so many fruits. I mean, way more than. I mean, we get quite a bit here in the Pacific Northwest. Cherries, all the berries, melons, peaches, apples, plums, nectarines. There's a lot of fruits, but when you think of different areas at different times of year, if we were to keep moving, there is definitely a way to sustain, with living predominantly plant-based. But back in those days, that's why we were killing an animal.
Because we couldn't find fruit.
Yeah, well, yeah, we were very. I mean, who's to say? Like, it's all like hypothesizing or theorizing on these hypothetical. We don't know. We weren't living back then, but very possibly, it's easy to understand that. The tribes go out and they get 2 elk for the hunters go out, get 2 elk for the tribe for that winter, and that's enough meat to where they can dry it. They can't necessarily freeze it. They didn't have freezers and stuff, but. So, I mean, but we're in this evolutionary time period where we're like, we're figuring out We're not very healthy.
Yeah.
Health costs here in the States are over $5 billion a year.
Yeah. The number one cause of death is heart disease, and the only way you can get heart disease is from eating animals.
And colorectal cancer. So we're full of shit, and we're like eating shit.
Full of
and
shit.
It's no good. So what would you tell some people that are maybe considering this lifestyle?
If you're considering going vegan and considering stopping eating animals, I say just take the leap. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're not going to be eating the right fuel, and you can make changes.
Yeah.
Get motivated, because you don't want to do it. You don't want to go into it like half-assed and then you have to come back to eating meat, because first of all, you have to do research. That's another piece of advice. You need to do research on what you should be eating. Don't just be vegan and just say, yeah, I'll just eat bread and peanut butter. Like, that's carbs and protein, right? You're
Right.
No, you can't do that. That you won't be feeling good. You can do it if you want to, but I don't suggest it at all. I would say, yeah, do some research, find a good motivation, like watch a documentary if you haven't already. If you're considering vegan, I feel like you probably watched a documentary about animals. Like, a good one that I watched was Food Inc. at the beginning, or Okja. Okja's on Netflix, and it's like, obviously it's fiction.
I feel like
Or
there's a
it's-
lot
yeah,
of
it's
people
fiction.
that connect with an animal in a movie.
Definitely.
And whether or not their mindset is even there, making the connection of why do I want to eat animals over here when I was crying over this animal in this movie?
Yeah.
But we're so
right?
disconnected unless
We
you're
are.
actually thinking of
Because it's
it.
so, like, it's like the societal norm. Like,
Yeah.
we eat animals. That's what
Yeah.
humans do.
Yeah.
When, like, really, it's a lie. We've
Yeah.
been lied to.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe we haven't been lied to. I mean, I really do feel that, like, if shit went down, right? We know how to read the river and fish.
true.
You know, we know how to
Well,
go
we
out.
don't, but people do.
I do.
You know how to read the... Oh, well, yeah, that's true. You were a fisherman.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know
like,
how to.
I mean, but that's something that you're never going to forget. You know, kind of thing. There's
Yeah.
going to be somebody who knows how to catch a fish.
True.
Or there's going to be somebody who goes out and hunts something. But
Yeah.
I don't really. It's hard for me to picture that we're ever going to be in that here in America.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely other countries that they can't eat vegan. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Like,
really
they rely on meat
Like,
for
it's-
a protein that they
or it's
need.
just literally like impossible. They don't have all the stores and all the options
Right.
that we do.
We have the option. Like, we can go to the store and buy tofu. Like,
And that's why stuff is getting so out of whack. Is
Yeah.
because people are so addicted to these foods, and we are calling out,
We're making
give
the
us
alternatives."
more, give us more. And so we're selling more junk.
Like, honestly, eating a Beyond Meat burger or like an Impossible burger, that's fun because it's vegan and it's like a fun little treat every now and then, but it's probably not even that much better than eating a real
No.
burger, because
Yeah.
you're still getting all those protein chains.
Yeah.
You're still getting all of the junk that's in the burger.
The fat, the salt.
Like, I mean, a
Yeah.
veggie burger is good every now and
Yeah.
then. I think, like,
Yeah.
you know, treat yourself every now and then if you really want the thing. But
Yeah.
it's like, eating alternatives like that is not the best, because we should, like, going vegan for whole foods and health, like, that's what you want to be eating. If you're going vegan for health, you should be eating whole foods and things that are going to be good for your body.
Right.
Not things that are going to have like 17 grams of fat and like 3 servings in one little thing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Right.
like, obviously I'm like, I could be hypocritical in saying that because I eat like vegan ice cream every now and then, stuff like that. But
Right.
like, if you're relying on those alternatives every time
For every
day, like,
not a good.
it's
place
not
to be.
sustainable.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd say stay motivated,
Stay motivated.
do
for
your
sure.
research, surround yourself with a group, because it is really tricky if you are completely by yourself.
Or not even, like, just follow some vegans on social media.
Sure,
Follow my dad.
Yeah, like a
Follow
group.
someone who motivates you on Instagram about veganism.
Yeah.
Or follow someone that's gonna keep you on track.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's easy to fall off the train. It's easy to get demotivated. You could say, I'm gonna run every day for 90 days to build a habit, and after 20 days you might just fall off because
You slip up.
happens. Yeah.
You slip up, and then
Life,
you
just
get
comes
guilty,
in the way.
and then you maybe even completely get off that trail. And you
Yeah.
don't even start running again.
You're like, oh, I'm so guilty. Why do they do that? I'm gonna go eat some ice
I
cream
know.
because I feel bad.
We have a lot of videos, topics that we could do for sure. We'll
Oh,
have to-
definitely.
We'll have to do some more. So now, are you on social media?
I am on social media. I am on Instagram and Snapchat if you want to add me. But I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but it's in the works. I'm coming soon.
Nice.
My Instagram is JNHMRS. Jonah Maris with no vowels.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the link.
Yeah, JNHMRS. And my Snapchat is hell4.
Boom.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, buddy. We'll do some more. We'll get you and your brother, and we'll elaborate a little bit more about your stories. Maybe we can talk about some more of the environmental impacts that.
Sounds good.
I mean, definitely. We just, the thing is, I feel like, is all of us, we need to constantly be hearing the same thing over and over again for us to kind of have it sink in.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with
to build
us.
the connection.
Yeah.
Well, it takes 3 different ways to build the connection, right?
Exactly.
It could be verbal, visual, or
Audio.
Well, that's
Verbal.
the same thing.
Audible.
Or like,
Audio.
what is it?
Audible.
Kinetic? Something with your hands. I don't know.
Okay, right.
Whatever. You need to hear it 3 different times.
Yeah,
That's the basis.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time,
Much
disconnect.
love. Much love.
To reconnect.
Yeah. Disconnect.
Love you guys.